Welcome, everybody, to the Liege Mountains here in Belgium. Welcome to Spa for Race 4 of the 2023 ABN International Sports Car Championship. I'm Carmen Sienna to bring you through today's race here in Europe. LMP1, LMP2, and LMGT classes set to dual battle here tonight. A look at the information on track right now at the moment. Spa's 4.35 mile racetrack, almost 7 kilometers even. Makes for a very classic sports car venue. It's been the host of obviously the 24-hour race here at Spa for years now. It's been a host of the Belgian Grand Prix for most of that Grand Prix's existence. It is the place to be if you're racing in Belgium, and it's arguably one of the top 5 tracks in the world. 67 degrees, the air temp here at Spa, about 6 mile-an-hour winds, especially when you're going down the Kemmel Straight into Liege. But a beautiful, majestic racetrack here this evening. It's a fan favorite almost universally. And we get to see these classical sports cars go back at it. Up where everyone's at right now in terms of practice times. Taylor Mills, top of the board, trying to get some retribution after finishing in 3rd place, almost off the podium last week in Monza. First few races, Taylor had been flawless. Monza definitely not a high point for her season thus far. There are 5 LMP1 cars in the field. Mills, Pearson, Kruger, McAllister all have set times. Sam Blackwood has yet to set a time in his Audi. Before Audis and a Porsche in that class. There are 9 LMP2s. There's a subclass, there's Pro and AM subclasses there for LMP2. But at the top are the Pro cars. Sasek, Miranda, Sawyer, and Gaiman. The top 4 cars there. In the LMGT, a smaller LMGT field tonight. Only 5 LMGT machines. Labrosse, Crivelli, Nabarani, Trout, and Pulsatrix. Let's see the concern there. Hopefully some affected by some of the storms happening here stateside. Like that for a second, so you can see the practice times. 30 minutes in, 20 minutes to go, almost exact here at Spa. Car reset there. Pearson crossing the line now. Here's the times at the moment. Again, top 5 per class will be showing here once everyone does set a lap time here. One of the newer cars racing tonight is Bruno Miranda. Racing this evening. He's currently second in LMP2 But Bruno Miranda doing a good job so far. He'll be with us for this race as well as the race in 2 weeks' time at Le Mans. Looking a little further down the order here. Almost everyone has set a lap time except for Pulse Tricks. Tricks on track now. This is their first lap on track. See, there's the 9 of Sasek just behind. Jonathan Adams, he is running forward here. The 37 machine sitting in the 3rd position in class. Give you an idea of who's who. Top of the board in LMP1, extremely close. 28 milliseconds. The gap between Mills and Connor Pearson, it was Sam Blackwood that got a race win a week ago. Sasek looking to go 2 for 2 in this stanza. We'll take up look at points as they run here in just a second. This is a look at the LMGT class. Pat Labrosse comes in with 54 points. Ahead of Adam Coles and Chad Dick and Matt Leiter. Actually, this seems inaccurate. Give me a second. Because that is from before last week's race at Monza. That would be the case. There's the updated results. Adam Cole still 2nd place, ahead of Eric Nabrani. Lilac Zier in 4th, then it's Chad Dick, then Matt Leiter. So you'll see where the adjustments were. Adam Cole's had a phenomenal first couple rounds. Did not race at Monza and likely is not racing this evening. So he'll drop from the 2nd position behind Nabrani and Lilac Zier. There's a look down the LMGT standings. We'll move forward. LMP2. Cade McKee has the points lead over Eli Sasek 8 into it last week and is looking set, if things continue as they have been, to eat into it more this evening. Sasek leads LMP2. McKee's down in 7th in class. Tucker Sawyer sits 2nd in points. He is 4th on the timesheets right now. The LMP2 AM standings, however, blown wide open. Felipe Salvino standing down for the rest of the season. So he will fall down the order. It'll become between Pressey and his teammate Saucier for the LMP2 AM conversation at the moment. And in LMP1, how things currently look. To the Mills has a 14-point lead over Sam Blackwood and Connor Pearson. But OCM Racing have a dominant stance in the team standings in this class. Again, about 13 minutes left here in practice. Taylor Mills the fastest in LMP1, Eli Sasek fastest in LMP2, and Pat Labrosse fastest in LMGT. As time continues to tick away here. Look what everyone's at on the timing sheets. As all the top 5 spots in each class have been filled. As Adams will come to a stop here. Tucker Sawyer, 3rd place. Going through the source, and he will also come to a stop here. There's Queen's Designs, Cali Height. Currently 9th fastest in LMP2. Cali Height still coming up to grips with the combination between the car and the track tonight. Did not have a fun time at Monza a week ago. Ended up with 21 incident points at the end of that race. And Spa is likewise not as friendly as Monza is on the track limits. Watching as they go down this back straightaway. I'll pull up the good old track map here of the Belgian circuit. With less than 10 minutes left here in practice. Waterworks, the car coming up right behind. I believe that is McAllister. It is McAllister. McAllister rolling through. It's a wild lap in LMP2. Or LMP1, excuse me. It's a wild lap in LMP2, but it's even more wild in LMP1. See if we can ride on board with him here for a second. Green circles where McAllister is on track at the moment. So you're on board for a lap here of the Spa circuit. Through turn one, La Source. McAllister hot on the hybrid deployment here. Through Eau Rouge, Radion. Down the Kimmel Straight. Into Les Combes. Just as quickly as he's in Les Combes, he's out of Les Combes. Down into Bruxelles. Turn 11, good old no-name corner, or commentary corner as some people started calling it. Then it's a short blast into the Puhan sweeping corner. A little bit of latency there with McAllister. He is faded completely out. That's unfortunate. That's what happened to McAllister there. Seemed pretty smooth on our end. Okay, well, we'll see how Blackwood takes to the circuit here. Again, he's going through the Bruxelles hairpin here. With turn 10. Then sweeps through turn 11. Before heading into Puhan. So we're almost to the same point now. And it is a decently quick lap considering how long this track is. 4.35 miles, and it's a minute 51 around here. This is through the S's campus corners. And then through the Stavelot corners. We're heading down into Blanchimont. One final pivot before the bus stop chicane. One of the tightest sections of the track. And a blast of hybrid deployment across the line. Blackwood fourth fastest at the moment in LMP1. Bruno Miranda has taken the top spot in LMP2. The Junko Solinger Esports driver has taken the top position. I believe that was Callie Height we saw off in the grass, off in the distance there. Not sure what happened to that 66 for Queen's Design. But Bruno Miranda doing a phenomenal job here so far for Junko Solinger Esports. On debut in this series, trying to add wins to this series on top. Bruno Miranda comes in a 5-time race winner in the ABN Champ Car World Series. Looking to add wins to his repertoire in the sports car standings. Rapid lap times there by Taylor Mills. You saw Taylor Mills kind of blow through there. 151.21 for Taylor Mills. Again, not a lot of time left here in practice. Certainly top of the board overall and an LMP1. As we get ready for qualifying. Qualifying will begin here at Spa very shortly. In fact, qualifying begins now. And Taylor Mills Racing. Only one car in the conversation here tonight. And blistering lap times here at Spa as qualifying begins in earnest. Track record at this track in ABN, if I'm not mistaken, belongs to Emma Kruger. No, it belongs to Derek Miller, excuse me. Derek Miller said a 141.523 in the High Formula Series here last year. LMP1 machine, despite being heavier, only 10 seconds off of that time. Just about everybody on track here at the moment. Taylor Mills starting her qualifying laps now. So you're going to see drivers as they cross the line here very shortly at the very bottom of your screen. Is going to give you an indication of where everyone's at here on the leaderboard. We'll pull that back up here in a minute. A lot of drivers still having to set, trying to finish their opening laps there to get onto their timed runs. Taylor Mills, that may have been an invalidation. You just have to wait and see. Again, Taylor Mills on track, trying to get another pole position. $25 points go to a race win, on top of a point for fastest lap and the pole position. So there is an extra point here in qualifying for all the class leaders that can get on pole. Blanchimont into the best stop chicane. We'll see if Taylor Mills' lap time does count, and it will not. So we will pivot to the LMP2 expected pole sitter and Bruno Miranda. Sam Blackwood does go top of the board with a 154.83. Not a fast lap there compared to the 151s we saw earlier, but Gareth McAllister goes a little bit slower, 156.5 for McAllister. Sasek goes fastest there of the LMP2 cars provisionally. We'll see what Miranda sets down when he crosses the line here. Where does the Hyundai Solinger Esports driver go? He goes top of the board with a 204.72. At least one car from every class now on the board. Kruger top of the board at home. 152.07 for Kruger on that lap. It's been an all-Audi festival so far in this series. Kruger and her Porsche gonna try to break up that party. Cade McKee currently goes second fastest. You'll see the times there on the left side of your screen. You'll see on the right the track map with where Miranda is at on track. Through turn 11, heading into turn 12 of Puhan. Connor Pearson goes second fastest, but still can't touch the time set by Kruger. It'd be down to Taylor Mills to see if she can do that. Saucier on track, as is Jonathan Adams. Bruno Miranda with a 204.7. Currently, it's Amity Polstrix with a 215.265 at the front of the LMGT field. Obviously still waiting for a lap time from Pat Labrosse. We're in a second lap time. There's the Kraken Racing number 69 machine at Pat Labrosse. Through Stavelot. Crivelli goes to pole in LMGT. Waiting on Polstrix in their second lap. Trout in third, Nabarani in fourth. The Stepping Stone Porsches. Currently third and fourth. We'll see where they go compared to Pat Labrosse. Exits the bus stop chicane. Cross start finish. Is it provisional pole? Yes, it is. The BMW goes pole with a 213.862. Taylor Mills did not. There we go. And now it's on top of the board. 150.9 seconds. Finally got to the top of the board there. Bryce Saucier joins the board in 7th in LMP2, but Taylor Mills, after a little bit of a panic shock, because we thought that Mills may have had an issue there on that second lap, does go for pole. We'll see what DJ Trout can do. Polstrix improved a little bit, but not enough to significantly make inroads on Crivelli or Labrosse. DJ Trout in the 73. Does he improve? He does. And gets clear Polstrix by 7 thousandths of a second. Jonathan Adams and Nick Pressey, they will start at the end of the LMP2 field. They have not set a valid lap time. In fact, Jonathan Adams still on pit lane after failing to set a lap time. With a minute left in qualifying. That means that the stage is pretty well set. With qualifying almost over here, it looks like it has finally concluded. There we go. All right, so we'll walk through. Again, this is going to be what the starting grid looks like. Taylor Mills, top of the field. I had Emma Kruger, Gareth McAllister, and Sam Blackwood. That's the 5 in LMP1. Obviously, they're denoted by the black color behind their number boards. LMP2 is being led by Bruno Miranda. Cade McKee in the 7th position. Eli Sasek starts 8th, third in class in LMP2. Looking further on down the order, you got Nick Pressey and Jonathan Adams. They are actually further behind here. Skipped an entire row there. That was Callie Height, Tucker Sawyer, Josh Gaiman, Callie Height, Bryce Saucier, Nick Pressey, Jonathan Adams. It skipped well forward there on our scrolling ticker. But there's those outside the top 3 in LMP2 and where they're starting here this evening. 9 cars in that class. Looking further on down, Pat Labrosse and Robert Crivelli in row 8 overall. Front row for LMGT. DJ Trout and Amity Polstrix in row 2 for LMGT, with Nabarani rounding out this field of 19 cars. Look at all the cars here on the back straightaway leading into Blanchimont. Give you a good idea as to where we're at right now. LMP1 rolls off first. Then you see LMP2. If we focus a little bit further back, you'll see GTE roll around the corner there in just a second. Again, it's a staggered start for all three classes. Pace car pulls in. 5 cars in LMP1. Away they go. Bruno Miranda will lead his class across the line, and away LMP2 will go. And then LMGT will take the green flag as well. Bit of an issue there for Taylor Mills at the front of the field. From pole position to 5th place. Gives Emma Kruger the race lead in LMP1. But overall, a pretty well assorted opening lap here in Spa as they all go towards turn 10. The Bruxelles chicane. Or the Bruxelles hairpin, excuse me. Then turn 11, commentary corner. LMP2. All very well sorted. As now they run down toward Puhan. And an LMGT. Pat Labrosse leads. Robert Cavelli, Amity Pulsatrix. And the pair of stepping stone Porsches of DJ Trout and Eric Nabarani. As Trout went wide, almost tagged the tire barrier on the opening lap. But Kruger leads LMP1 and leads overall. Nose to tail. A little bit of bump draft there between Kruger and Pearson. As Pearson goes for the race lead. And he'll take it. Mills back up to 4th place ahead of McAllister. But a frantic start here at Spa. 45-minute race. We're already about 3 minutes in. This is LMP1 that we're looking at right now. All 5 cars still hanging in there. Still very much in the fray. Bolster Taylor Mills up to 4th place after missing out and dropping down to 5th on lap 1. Caden McKee leads the way in LMP2 ahead of Bruno Miranda. little bit more spread out in this class between 1st and 9th place. Josh Gaiman sits in 5th ahead of Callie Height, who sits ahead of Nick Pressey, Jonathan Adams, and Bryce Saucier, who is in the wall. That is in the Stavelot corner. Trouble for Saucier, who has had to tow. Crivelli and Polstrix keeping Labrosse honest. Top 3 in LMGT. Crivelli 3/10 behind Labrosse. Polstrix just a second behind the class leader. It's like a battle potentially forming in LMP1 as Taylor Mills set the fastest lap of the race at 152.82, but still sits 4th place, trying to attack Sam Blackwood, last week's race winner. So far has not made any successful inroads in that endeavor. Pearson opening up the gap there by a second now over Kruger. While Sam Blackwood keeps Taylor Mills at bay for the time being, going down the Kimmel Straight. See if Taylor can get any inroads there on Sam Blackwood. The difficulty part to this is that Blackwood and Mills are in the same exact machine. Kruger the only Porsche in LMP1 at the moment. So it's 4 Audis and a Porsche there, which makes this battle a lot harder when they're both driving the car very similarly around this circuit. Audi and the Porsche both have different strengths and weaknesses in this class. And you'll see that contrast a little bit more as this race wears on. In LMP2, side-by-side battle between Sasek and Gaiman for 4th place in the class as they go into Lacombe. Sasek holds on to the 4th spot, but still under threat, as Miranda makes his way around Cade McKee. Bruno Miranda, the Hookah Hollinger Esports driver, goes top of the LMP2 as McKee runs wide in turn 11. That was McKee and I believe Sawyer that got together. And it allows both Sasek and Gaiman through. Gaiman goes to 2nd place. Sasek goes to 3rd. But there's the over-under. Sasek goes back to 2nd. It's all popping off in LMP2. Top 5, top 6, all pro drivers in that class. Gaiman with a spin and contact with the wall. He's got a fast repair if he can make it back, and he gets run into by Height. And that will change things to the bottom end of the LMP2 field. Height sitting 5th fastest at the moment. Is that car wounded? And if so, how badly? I can't see anything out of the press box here as far as what's on that car. I can't see anything on that of Pressy and Adams' car. Maybe they got lucky. Hopefully they got very lucky. Labrosse stays top of LMGT ahead of Robert Crivelli. Crivelli runs a little bit wide, as well as Labrosse, but they stay leading LMGT. A pretty tight-knit battle. Crivelli bringing it to BMW. Complained that Corvette didn't have much for the BMW last week at Monza, as it wouldn't, the BMW having that straight line speed. Throw in some more corners tonight here at Le Mans. Not Corvette, a little bit more powerful. Close battle here. That's LMP1 leaders making their way through. That's Pearson, which means Kruger's not far away. Neither is Blackwood. Actually, Kruger had a mistake. As they go through the Bruxelles hairpin into turn 11, it's a little tight and narrow in this section of the track. But Pearson, Blackwood go 1-2. Mills in third. We've seen this before. Mills and Kruger go through. And then McAllister tiptoeing his way around in the 5th position. He'll get around Crivelli. And the LMP1 leaders have kind of broken this battle in LMGT up a little bit. As McAllister finally makes his way on through. Over in LMP2, Bruno Miranda still leads. That gap is opened up now to 4 seconds. He feels pretty well confident and clear. Sasek in second. Cade McKee, the points leader in the class, in third. Then it's Sawyer fourth. Then Callie Height for the 6 seconds adrift in fifth. Nick Pressy in the 7th position. Sixth position. Jonathan Adams in 7th. Outside of the top 5 range on our leaderboard. Josh Gaiman's night is over. The Stepping Stone Motorsports driver will be classified 8th place in LMP2. Bryce Saucier in 9th in that class. The only 2 retirements in this race, both LMP2 cars. Labrosse still leads Crivelli, who now has to try to claw back in 1.4 seconds from when he was going through dealing with LMP1s. Battle in third is Trout and Polstrix. Porsche versus Ford. Porsche prevails in that situation there. And Nabarani in 5th. As LMP2 cars make their way through Blanchimont. Miranda feeling pretty well confident and safe at this point in time. Battle for second in LMP2. Bruno Miranda leads the way. Battle for third place in LMP1, still pretty well tight and tense between Taylor Mills and Emma Kruger. Kruger, the local driver. And the number 70. That's an LMP2 off track. I believe that's Tucker Sawyer. No, it's not Tucker Sawyer. Who was that? Was that Jonathan Adams? It was. Jonathan Adams in trouble. As he struggles so far. Again, sitting 7th in LMP2. But struggling right now. Closest battle again as they go through LMP2 cars. Mills trying to go for second place against Sam Blackwood. Taylor Mills has more hybrid deployment and takes that second place away. But Blackwood's going to send it right down into the inside of La Source. Going to hassle that 41 machine. While Connor Pearson has a 4.2 second advantage. Sam Blackwood using some slipstream there down the Kimmel Straight. Whoa, contact, and around goes Blackwood. And that car severely wounded as it collided with the tire barriers. Now he's just got to try to make it back into pit lane. Meanwhile, his teammate continues to lead the way in LMP1. Connor Pearson trying to do what his teammate did last week. Unfortunately, it looks like Blackwood's going to be out of that running tonight. Trying to scavenge some points and hope for a podium. Pearson, on the other hand, going to try to take the majority of the spoils tonight. He's got a 4.8 second lead over Taylor Mills. Kruger in third place, a further 1.2 seconds behind. A little bit of trouble there for Polsatrix, now sitting last in LMGT. Trying to get around Eric Nabarani. Doesn't look like there's any damage on that number 59 machine. Sam Blackwood is in pit lane and will leave pit lane here momentarily. There he is. Leaving pit lane and rejoining the action in the 5th position. Kruger under threat from McAllister. This is for 3rd in LMP1. They just have to navigate LMP2 cars here. That's Tucker Sawyer ahead. Number 19 machine. McAllister makes his way on through. Kruger, McAllister going to try and get around Cade McKee here, entering the bus stop chicane, and they will. Taylor Mills is already 3.2 up the road from this. Cal's trying to get around. That's Sasek that he was trying to get around there. With one more LMP2 to get around, that would be the class leader of Bruno Miranda. Through Erosion Radillion. Miranda gets out of the way. Knows that those LMP1 cars are coming in close proximity. But McAllister sends it all the way through that corner. Climbed so quickly to the diffuser of Kruger there. Had to back off of it though, overshot the Lecombe complex. But McAllister showing some pace, trying to look for his first podium in ABN competition. Battling against a driver that just recently on Sunday took the title for winningest driver in ABN. Kruger won the Hyper GTP race at Sonoma, so now has that crown all to herself. For the previous 6 months, was sharing that crown with James Pierce. As they go through Stavelot. Taylor Mills in pit lane, making a scheduled pit stop here. Race almost to the halfway point. Should be safe on fuel to the end of this race. So this may be an undercut strategy to try to get some fresh tires. Actually, no, I believe that's only a fuel stop for Taylor Mills. Taylor Mills sitting now in the 4th position. Looks like there's been an issue here. We'll see what happened to Amity Pulsatrix. Whoa! Looks like a lot of neck code, and that car went for a ride. Was that neck code between Pulsatrix and Nabarani? Oh, that's Taylor Mills in that conversation. That's why Taylor Mills came down pit lane. Oh dear, and there's a car spun. I believe that's Eli Sasek. It was Sasek that was spun. As LMP2 cars make their way down pit lane, Taylor Mills, I believe, still wearing the scars of that, at least on the front of the car. That Audi is missing parts of its front end. Wow. What a turn of events there. So Taylor Mills now pretty well off the pace as Connor Pearson makes his way in. The race leader down pit lane. You should be seeing the 70 of Kruger join him. There she is. We've crossed the halfway point here. McAllister also in pit lane there. So to the Mills. We'll see if Mills comes down and takes another pit stop. Because that car is definitely not 100%. And that car will come down pit lane. Pearson already out of pit lane. McAllister got ahead of Kruger in that exchange. Kruger lost second place to McAllister. Battle for second place in LMP1 ongoing still. As they approach the leaders in LMGT. McAllister and Kruger sitting nose to tail here in LMP1. Crivelli makes his pit stop. You saw that in the background. The Corvette comes down pit lane. As Labrosse now has a lap to himself. So a couple of battles going on here. Obviously, whoa, watch out for Kruger. As Kruger's looking for extra time. Took a little bit too much real estate there on the entry to turn 11. And will scuttle any chance of really battling for that second position. While Sawyer battles with Caden McKee. Battle for second place in LMP2 still rages on. as we approach the 15-minute to go mark. McKee and Sawyer sitting at the start-finish line now, going into La Source. Currently the closest battle on track at the moment. I believe Kruger is not far away from McAllister. In fact, closing back in on McAllister slowly but surely as they go through Stavelot. Trying to slowly reel that fight back in for second place overall. It's the battle for second in both LMP1 and LMP2. Are both pretty close here still. 31 minutes in. We'll take a look at things. This is the LMP1 class as they currently run at the moment. It's Pearson, McAllister, Kruger, Blackwood, and Taylor Mills. Kruger sitting in third position, trying to reel in McAllister. And it seems like that fight is slowly slipping away as the gap is extended a little bit from 1.2 to 1.6 seconds entering Wuhan. Down in LMP2, it's a little bit different, as the LMP2 battle is very much within a second here. As they get around, that is the second place car in LMGT of Robert Crivelli. Cade McKee, the points leader, trying to extend the gap that was almost 20 points at one point. Eli Sasek ate into that last week at Monza. Sawyer in the third position in class. He's going to get around Crivelli going into Eau Rouge. They are just 7 seconds behind Miranda. A little bit closer battle in LMP2, just overall, top to bottom. But Bruno Miranda looking set to get his 6th win in ABN competition tonight, as things currently run. Eli Sasek sits a little bit further adrift, then it's Callie Height on an island, and then Nick Cressy. Looking down in LMGT. LaBrosse leads LMGT by 3.25 seconds. See a couple cars running out there. Alex, you're joining in late, I believe. Potentially. To give us a couple of Fords in the field, but Zier, outside of picking up the scraps, I don't even think is really going to gain any points on Bolstrix or Trout. Trout completed 9 laps, Bolstrix completed 8 laps. That's where everyone's looking at so far as you kind of see them all labeled out. Pearson getting around both Sasek and Crivelli. So all three cars converge. They're out of the bus stop chicane. This is Connor Pearson at the front of the field. By 15 seconds. McAllister sitting in second place, Kruger in third, with 10 minutes to go in the session. Starting cross finish line. This is lap 20 for the leaders in LMP1. Pearson, McAllister, Kruger. Gap is sort of extended a little bit between McKee and Sawyer in LMP2. Now 3 seconds the gap. I'm not sure what happened to Sawyer in this run. But Sawyer has and there's why Sawyer goes around. That is in Lecombe. That's LMP1 of Kruger going by. But that would explain a little bit of why Sawyer has been having issues. So Kruger got around there, stays in third in LMP1. McAllister pulling away a little bit more as Kruger deals with LMP2 traffic on the backside of the circuit. There is third place, Eli Sasek, who's sort of become the fortunate one on the podium spaces. Miranda leads the way in the LMP2 class, though, with McKee now sitting pretty all secured in second, Sasek in third. Just has to hold on for the next few minutes here. Racing is thinned out a little bit here, as everyone tries to nurse their cars, wounded or otherwise. Miranda sitting in the second position here. That is, I believe, McAllister going around. McAllister staying firmly in the second position. There he is. With less than 5 minutes left to go here in the class. McAllister in second place, looking for a podium here. Battle for the 4th position in LMP1 is heating up, though. This one's, I think, a battle more for pride between Blackwood and Mills, the 2 previous winners in this class, in this series. They will not be winners tonight. Blackwood defends the inside lane. Mills swerves to the inside. But still not a realistic chance of making anything happen on Blackwood. Battle for 4th place in LMP1 as the minutes really wind down. I'm looking at essentially, I believe it's 2 laps to go. As they try to get around the LMP2, I believe that's McKee. They were trying to duck their way around. Going through Blanchimont. Out of the bus stop chicane. Taylor Mills just has a lot better of a run. But Blackwood holds on to it still. Holds on to 4th place. Again, 2 laps to go effectively. Connor Pearson will be coming to take what will effectively be the final lap, the white flag, as LMP1 leaders try to get around the LMP2 leader up, Bruno Miranda, into Lacombe. A little bit of a wobble there under braking there for Taylor Mills. LMP1 car is on edge. As they continue to battle through, final lap has been taken by Connor Pearson. I do believe. Less than a minute left on the timer. So that would be the final lap as there's contact between Mills and Blackwood. Entering Blanchimont. That was sketchy. As the time ticks away. And they're both going to come down pit lane. Are they serving drive-thrus? This is a wild scene. It gives Taylor Mills 4th place, but a wild turn of events in that battle. As we're on the final lap. Going through Blanchamont for the final time is Connor Pearson. Through the bus stop, last corner. Coming to the start-finish line. Checkered flag is in the air. Connor Pearson's a race winner in LP1. Add his name to the list of race winners. Gareth McAllister will finish 2nd in class in LP1, ahead of Emma Kruger. A lot of drivers, though, still have to make their final runs here. Bruno Miranda saw his lead shrink there at the end, but he will hold on for a 6th career win in ABN. He wins in LMP2 here tonight, ahead of Cade McKee and Eli Sasek. Likewise, Pat Labrosse, who is still in the middle of his final lap, is expected to win in LMGT. Pat Labrosse will take the LMGT honors here, rolling through Blanchamont for the final time and into the bus stop. To be him and Robert Crivelli, 1-2 tonight. Labrosse takes the checkered flag. Crivelli will finish 2nd. Connor Pearson, however, add his name to the list of race winners. OCM Racing Zone, victorious here tonight. As Emma Kruger decides to send her Porsche for a wild ride. See both the OCM cars here parked. I believe that's outside the exit of Lacombe. So OCM now 2 race wins in a row here this evening. I believe they're going to be parading here around this final lap, now that everyone else has already taken the checkered flag. For Pat Labrosse, it's another perfect weekend. 106 points for him. Likewise, I think it's almost a perfect night for Bruno Miranda. But the teammates doing a victory formation salute here before coming back to pit lane. Job well done for OCM as they win tonight in LMP1. So here's the full results. We'll break it down class by class. In LMP1, Connor Pearson, the race winner, ahead of Gareth McAllister and Emma Kruger. Taylor Mills finishing in 4th place. Sam Blackwood wound down in 5th place tonight. Over in LMP2, it was Bruno Miranda who starts off perfect in his sports car campaign in ABN. He wins tonight ahead of Caden McKee, who extends his championship lead just a little bit over Eli Sasek. Tucker Sawyer and Nick Pressey, top 5 for them. Callie Height, another struggling race for the Queen's Design Machine, 6th place for the LMP2 Pro driver. Jonathan Adams in 7th ahead of Josh Gaiman and Bryce Saucier. None of those bottom 3 drivers finished tonight's event. And down in LMGT, a smaller, reduced class. That's all a lot of calamity in this event. Pat Labrosse won tonight's race. Make that 4 for 4 for Labrosse. Robert Crivelli finishing in 2nd. Had a lot for Labrosse tonight, but traffic got in the way and separated the two at the crucial moments there. Crivelli going to be hoping for a little bit more 2 weeks from now in Le Mans. Eric Nabarani, a podium here tonight. His teammate DJ Trout did not finish. Neither did Amity Polstrix, who got run into by Taylor Mills. And Lilac Zier, who started this race at the very end to collect some laps and some points for Slowbird Racing. Wild stuff here this evening. We'll look at the point standings here. Points as they run. We'll start off with LMP1 as we did with the race results here. LMP1 as they run right now. Taylor Mills, that gap is reduced down to 6 points to Connor Pearson. Sam Blackwood still with 65 points in tonight's event. Gareth McAllister with 30 points. Kruger with 29. Closing up the battle there just outside the podium spots in the standings. In LMP2, it's still the Cade McKee show, but the gap is still coming down a little bit. Eli Sasek lost only 2 points tonight to McKee to keep that battle within 15 points, 14 points to be precise between those two. Sawyer stays third place in points. Pressey in 4th. Likewise, you'll see Callie Height move up the order. Salvino will begin to move down the order. Bruno Miranda, his first race in a part-time schedule, sets him automatically in 7th place ahead of Saucier, Gaiman, and Pelletier Sharp in the top 10 in LMP2. And last but not least, in LMGT, it's Labrosse over Nabarani. Nabarani taking 2nd place in the championship standings just by means of being consistent. But further down the order, it's Zier, Coles, Pulsatrix, Crivelli, and Trout. Top 7. Pat Labrosse being the first to breach the 100 point mark, I should say, in the point standings. That'll do it from us here tonight here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Belgium in the books. We have a week off next week before we head to Le Mans. Tomorrow night, HTL Preseason Thunder from Daytona. We go live at 8 p.m. tomorrow. It'll be me and Christina Ryan in the booth for that. We hope to see you tomorrow night. But on behalf of everyone here for ABN Studios in the International Sports Car Championship, I'm Carmen Sienna. We hope you had fun tonight. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have some fun in the weekend ahead. But we'll see you tomorrow night at Daytona. So long, everybody.